Morning, everybody. I want to go over our welcome to the work week forecast for August 3rd through August 7th. We're going to obviously focus mostly on Tropical Storm Isaias today, which is going to be heading our way mostly Tuesday. The biggest impacts will be Tuesday evening and then overnight into Wednesday. Mostly just like a 4 to 6 hour period where the really heavy rain will fall, which is good. It's going to keep moving along. But I did want to, but we'll talk about the rest of the week as well. So here's the setup, especially for the first half of the week. You can see this is the upper level. You see this big trough, particularly for this time of year. This is the strongest kind of full, what we call a full latitude trough, which means a trough that basically runs from not quite the pole, but from northern latitudes all the way down into certainly into some lower latitudes. That is swinging across the country, bringing with it behind it. At the end of the week, we're going to get some really beautiful, dry Canadian summer air, the kind of stuff that we dream about this time of year, where highs are near 80 and lows are in the mid to upper 50s. So that's something to look forward to. But in the meantime, it's collecting our tropical storm, which may become a hurricane again today. It's actually looking a little bit better on satellite imagery than it was last night when we looked at it. And it's going to basically make it have our storm race up the coast. It's going to make landfall in the Carolinas and then race up, really not up the coast, kind of just inland, and actually probably race just about right over southern Vermont, which will definitely give us some heavier rain. The winds, by the time it gets here, there might be a few gusts to 40, 45 miles an hour, not enough even to really bring any tree branches down. I wouldn't expect any power outages as a result of our tropical storm. But we could have some minor, I think quite minor flooding issues. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Let's look quickly at what that looks like at the surface. You can see we kind of have this basically frontal system, which is reflected in that trough that is sort of slowly swinging through, and you can see what the storm is going to do. It's essentially going to actually, once it kind of merge with this front, and this front's going to kind of catch up, and they're going to kind of come together, and the storm will head up the coast. With the tropical moisture that's associated with it, tomorrow before the storm gets here, we definitely have a chance of showers, and there's going to be a lot of humidity in the air that the storm is kind of pumping in our direction, plus the frontal boundary is. So we could have some heavier, or not really thunderstorms. I mean, you could have some thunder with them, but really heavier rain potential even before the storm comes tomorrow. I don't think that could, in any spot that got a lot of that, could kind of prime the pump for a little bit more in the way of problems. But we've been so dry that anything that happens, even if we got a thunderstorm that dropped an inch of rain tomorrow mid-afternoon, and then we had a 2 or 3 hour break before the heavy rain came with the tropical storm, we would most likely, it wouldn't really impact one to the other. That 2 or 3 inches would be absorbed right into the bigger rivers and into the ground. It's so dry before the next wave of moisture. So it's really all about how fast we get the rain, not the total amount of rainfall. So and we're at a point dryness-wise where we really need like 4 inches of rain in a 6 hour period. That is possible in a few spots to give us like some flash flooding issues. But we need quite a bit of rain, and we need it quickly if we're going to cause any kind of flooding issues. Let's take a quick look at the satellite imagery of our storm. So this is like last night. This is a long loop. So you can kind of see what's happened is the shear, the kind of shear from southwest to northeast has subsided a bit. The storm is still very much disconnected. You can't really, again, it's still hard to pick up, but the low level circulation is still kind of somewhere down here. It was down here. Now we've kind of gone north a little bit, but there's a mid-level circulation that's pretty vigorous. That's just off to the northeast of the storm. That's kind of atypical for tropical systems. The shear has really kind of pushed that off, but the mid-level circulation is strong enough, and we do have some outflow. You can kind of see this feathering that happens. That's a sign that there's pretty good outflow, especially on the north side of the storm. And the reason for that is the front is kind of giving lots of venting options, so the air's got somewhere to go when it goes up to the north of the storm, and that's going to enhance that moisture to the north of the storm, which was why there's going to be quite a bit of heavy rain. So what does that look like in the week ahead? So today's a nice day. Sort of. It's muggy. We're going to have some clouds and some sun. Morning low, or it's muggy out this morning. You can see our lows are like 70 degrees out already. We'll be near 80 today. It's a good day to get anything done that you need to get done before tomorrow. Tomorrow, basically cloudy all day, showers anytime through the day, and then it becomes heavy rain in the evening and overnight. Probably if I had to time it out best, I would say the heavy rain comes anywhere between like probably 6 to 8 o'clock it starts, and it runs through about midnight. So it's not a long period of time. And that's when, if we had any gusty winds, that's when it would come through. Again, I don't expect that to be a problem. And then we'd have a chance of a little bit of flash flooding. It's going to be biggest, the smaller the stream, the bigger the chance for that, right? So culverts and things like that, if we get 4 inches of rain, could become a little bit problematic. I don't think it's going to be real widespread spread, but it does. If for some reason you're driving around on Tuesday night, you're going to want to keep an eye out on roads for like water that's quickly rushed over a road in a spot or something like that. My suggestion would be, if you don't have to drive anywhere Tuesday at midnight, don't. Wait till Wednesday morning. By then, most everything should be cleared out. I don't think we'll have any roads wash out or anything like that. I mean, we could have a couple of those, but I think it's going to be pretty minimal. Then the rest of the week starts to get much better. Wednesday's still sort of a muggy day, but the humidity will fall in the afternoon. We still got some clouds around, but it's becoming more and more sunny. We're in the upper 70s. Thursday and Friday, absolutely beautiful. Humidity goes way down. We're mostly sunny. Highs near 80 both days, lows in the upper 50s. Beautiful, beautiful weather the end of the week, and that looks to continue into the weekend, next weekend. I will probably be back either this evening or tomorrow morning. I'll post on the Facebook page when to talk about more specifically about our tropical storm. So I'll let you know when I'm going to go live to do that. We'll do it kind of like we did last night, where it'll be a longer look and there'll be opportunities for questions and things like that. I'm still working out how to do the questions best, but we are hopefully going to be able to have that happen. I want to say thank you quickly to my patrons who help support the stuff that we do here. If you want to become a patron, here's some of the things that patrons get. And you can become a patron by visiting my patron site, which is in the description below this video. Thanks for joining us, and we will be back, like I said, with a live update sometime in the next day or two, or sometime either this evening or tomorrow morning. I'll let you know about that. And then I'll also be back on Thursday for my patrons and Friday for everybody else with the weekend forecast.